Hanna, a 22-year-old Nigerian university student, was known for her striking beauty. Dark-skinned, tall, and graceful, she turned heads wherever she went. But beyond her alluring exterior lay a troubled soul. Born into a humble family, Hanna had always wanted to live a life of luxury, a life far beyond her reach. Her boyfriend, Tom, adored her and provided what he could: basic comforts, occasional surprises, and a deep, genuine love. But for Hanna, it was never enough. In her university, a place where appearances were everything, she felt the suffocating weight of not belonging. Her friends are mostly daughters of wealthy politicians and businessmen, flaunted the latest gadgets, designer clothes, and lavish lifestyles. Their group chats were filled with conversations about high-end boutiques, weekend trips to Dubai, and the latest iPhone models. Hanna felt like an outcast. At first, she managed to mask her envy by borrowing their clothes and accessories. But soon, people began to talk. Doesn't she have her own things? Why borrow all the time? The comments got Hanna angry. Determined to prove she could match their lifestyle, she began to steal. She started with small items, at first lipsticks from their makeup bags, a pair of sunglasses left unattended. Each theft gave her a rush, a fleeting sense of power and belonging. Over time, her daring escalated. She started taking cash from roommates and swiping designer outfits from their wardrobes. Her friends, oblivious to her secret, started complimenting her upgraded style. "Hanna, you're glowing. You look like money these days," one of them joked. Hanna smiled, basking in the attention, though guilt gnawed at her. Her boyfriend, Tom, noticed the changes. "Hanna, where are you getting all these things from?" "I didn't buy them for you," he asked one evening. She shrugged, laughing it off. "Ah, you worry too much. I have friends, you know." He didn't press further, but couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. One fateful evening, Hanna's greed led her to her biggest gamble yet. During a study session in her hostel, she noticed that Naomi, one of her wealthiest friends, had left her brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max on her bed. The phone gleamed under the fluorescent light, almost calling out to her. Hanna's heart raced. She thought to herself, owning that phone would solidify my status as a big girl in the clique. She waited until Naomi stepped out and, with trembling hands, slipped the phone into her bag. Naomi returned moments later. Hanna felt a mix of terror, but her triumph was short-lived. Naomi soon realized her phone was missing and raised an alarm. Chaos erupted in the hostel as everyone searched high and low. "Nobody is leaving until we find my phone," Naomi declared, her voice shaking with anger. Hanna tried to act nonchalant, but her hands were sweaty and her heart pounded. Her luck ran out when another girl, Fatima, noticed the faint outline of a phone in Hanna's bag. "Hanna, open your bag," Fatima said, her voice laced with suspicion. "What? Why should I?" Hanna retorted, her voice faltering. "Open it now, or we'll call security," Naomi snapped. The crowd closed in, and with no escape, Hanna reluctantly unzipped her bag. Gasps filled the room as Naomi's phone was pulled out. "Hanna, you..." Naomi's voice cracked with betrayal. The humiliation that followed was unbearable. Girls shouted insults, some even recorded the scene on their phones, threatening to post it online. Hanna stood frozen, tears streaming down her face. Her carefully crafted image crumbled in an instant. The hostel's warden was called, and Hanna was given two options: face disciplinary action or leave the hostel immediately. Consumed by shame, she chose to leave. That night, she packed her belongings and left, avoiding the judgmental stares of her peers. Outside the hostel, Hanna wandered aimlessly, her mind racing. She thought of Tom, her boyfriend, who had always been there for her. She called him, sobbing uncontrollably. Tom rushed to meet her, and when she confessed everything, he was so disappointed. "Hanna, why? I could have given you anything you needed. Was this life worth losing your dignity?" he asked. She couldn't answer. The fallout was severe. Videos of her public disgrace circulated on social media, earning her the nickname Hostel Klepto. Her friends abandoned her, and she became a laughingstock on campus. Tom, though heartbroken, decided to stand by her, helping her find a new place to stay and encouraging her to seek counseling. Over time, Hanna began to rebuild her life. She distanced herself from toxic influences and found solace in volunteering at a local charity, where she met people who valued authenticity over appearances. The experience humbled her, teaching her that true worth comes from within, not from material possessions. Though the scars of her past lingered, Hanna vowed never to let peer pressure dictate her life again. She learned the hard way that the price of pretending to belong was far too high.